storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
The niggas that make me sick. We gonna get on DJ Akademiks real quick. DJ Akademiks, or Big Ak, was over there showing his ass on the Fresh and Fit podcast, bullying a woman who was literally more alpha than him, held masculine frame, and made him look like the bitch that he is. I'm gonna say this. DJ Akademiks, don't you ever in your life buck up at a woman, but you won't buck up at nan man. Not even a man that is like, that you 2 times the size of. I would never forget when the Migos hopped up out they seat and was finna whoop your ass at that award show. You was looking over at the cameras waiting for security to pop in. You would have ran if your thighs weren't so fucking fat. DJ Akademiks went over there to the Fresh and Fit podcast and showed his absolute ass. And the 2 real men in the room didn't like that shit and didn't approve of it. But you didn't say shit to them. You directed all your attention to the women because you feel like that you could dominate them. But I dare say you may be able to yell or scream or roast or drag better. But I dare say any of the women in there really could have whooped your ass, especially the alpha one that you started picking on. Let me tell you something, DJ Akademiks. You rich, you got money, but you are still very insecure. You're still ugly. You're still fat. You know these hoes that hang around you don't like you for you. You got no kind of swag. You haven't developed yourself as a man, which is why you have to flex with Lambos and Ferraris and money. Listen, do your thing. I'm not hating. But if you really got it, when you really that nigga, you don't have to tell people you that nigga. You just are that nigga. If you really Big Ak, you don't have to do that. When you really Big Ak, your girl that you got with you is going to listen to what you got to say. She's not going to disrespect you, but she don't even respect you because everybody knows you a bitch. And it's okay to be a bitch sometimes. Sometimes being a bitch will save your life. But I want to know, when did it become cool just to bully? You just went on Fresh and Fit to bully women. Can we also talk about how the Fresh and Fit podcast is not going to work long term? And actually, not hating on it, not saying they don't have some good content, but just notice. And this is how you know that women are the blueprint and black women are the blueprint to success in this industry. Fresh and Fit is as big as it is because they bring in sluts, hookers, OnlyFans girls who are hood as fuck, most of them black, roast and drag them, say colorist and racist derogatory shit, and they get clicks and views and donations. But when you go over to Fresh and Fit and they interviewing somebody about like how to improve yourself as a man, ain't nobody tuning into that. Don't deny it. Y'all done already said it. When they talk about how to better your finances, how to invest your money, how to advance in your career, how to start a business, you don't get no views. You calling a black bitch a black bitch? Oh, you get paid. So why are we even taking these podcasts seriously? This shit is the modern day version of Maury and Jerry Springer. There's no conversation they're having. There's no men and women really coming together to understanding each other. It's 2 hosts who got money behind them because they have a platform, who's bringing on hoes who are uneducated, emotionally unintelligent, drunk, high, and the like. And they dominate the conversation, yell and scream at each other, and they get views. That is what it is. None of this shit is real. That's why long term, none of this shit's gonna work out. And all that shit that y'all start at that studio, somebody gonna get shot and killed. I'm just waiting to hear about it. And then that whole situation gonna get shut down. Listen, if you guys even notice, a lot of them in that space are now saying, don't call me Red Pill, don't call me part of Manosphere. They rebranding. Because the eyes is on them. Not necessarily because the content is bad. It's because of the kind of behavior that you incite out of people who don't have a full context and understanding of what you're attempting to teach. But you ain't attempting to teach shit. You know that most men that's watching you is not really interested in improving themselves. They just want to place where they can go and shit on women. And I'm even okay if you do that, if you just call it that. Stop acting like, oh, we're bettering ourselves. This percentage of you are. Most of y'all just go over there to complain and talk shit. Why ain't nobody talking about the fact that and I don't want to get married, so this might sound hypocritical, but just hear me out. If the theme is no women, no commitment, no marriage, no nothing, just do you, man wasn't meant to be alone, so what you gonna do? I don't understand. Anyway, that being said, DJ Akademiks was over there saying he big act, he that nigga, he this, he that, and we challenge him to challenge a man the way he challenged the women, and then we will believe it. But not a moment before then. Because history has shown that you not that nigga. And it's okay. Collect your beta bucks in peace and go about your business. Shit, I do. I don't care about these niggas. Whatever. It's entertainment to me. But what's sad is that you got 15, 16, 13, 14-year-old boys who watch that kind of content, and then they start having this resentment towards women and towards marriage. And they start resenting shit that they ain't never even been through. They go on these dating shows and everybody's repeating the same shit. Can't nobody even think for themselves. That's why I said this black community is in disarray. Motherfuckers can't even think to themselves. For one YouTuber, and I'm not hating on the man, he dead and gone, but for one YouTuber to have the kind of influence in that short amount of time, to have grown-ass men crying about him and over him and repeating what he says word for word, as if they had never had a man in their life before to tell them this shit. It was nothing that he was saying that they shouldn't have heard from another man. But unfortunately, the first time they heard that shit was at 45 by a nigga on YouTube. Don't understand the full context of even what was being said. And guess what? When y'all go on dates now, what is motherfucker saying? What you bring to the table? What is motherfucker saying to you? Are you fit, feminine, and friendly? God damn. This ain't no slight against Kevin. This ain't no slight against him at all. I'm talking about the people that watch, because even Kevin knew. I'm trying to help these men, but they don't even want to hear. They don't want to hear that. Even he knew. Fuck, I'm gonna be broke trying to help these men. I'm just gonna have to criticize these women because that's where the money at. That's where it's at. Even when Kevin would have Man's Week, numbers would drop. The men would constantly call in, can't follow directions, wasn't even supposed to call in. My name is Bob. I'm 25. I'm a high value man. Nigga, you 25. Go work on your. I'm just saying, you would see the disappointment in Kevin's face. He like, shit, when is it Friday again? I gotta go back in on these women because this AdSense is not popping this week. This shit is entertainment. Go out and live life. Tell these young men that. Go live life. Because niggas that's really doing it, real high value men don't have time to be in comment sections. They don't. Just like people that make the entertainment don't really watch entertainment. We don't have time to. Movers and shakers, or shaking and moving. Not saying you better be fit, feminine, and friendly. You better be. They don't have to say that because that's what comes to them. That's what is attracted to them. And if you meet a woman that you're not attracted to, then just don't talk to her. The fuck?
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.